allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, one God, one individual. Please come to order. We have proof of motion. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Any members of the public who would wish to speak, go ahead and speak for 5 minutes.
Yes, ma'am, Judge, I would like to speak this morning, and I stand here as a concerned citizen and a taxpayer of Freestone County, not an employee of Freestone County. Over the past 3 or 4 years, I have either attended or educated myself on the budget meeting for our county, and each year it appears to me that there is a mentality of only focusing on making it through the next budget year and then waiting until June or July to start trying to crunch numbers and get into a full-out frenzy on how the county will budget for another year. As we sit now, we are currently $200,000 in the red, and that is without providing the crucial, important, and necessary equipment for our Sheriff's Department as they have requested. How does the county plan to correct this problem and look for a solution? Have a goal to work towards and ensure that we are operating towards a productive and positive budget year going forward. I have yet to hear what our mission is as a county, what our short or long-term goals are, what our purpose is, and what we have to offer new residents, new businesses, employees, our elderly, and most importantly, our young people of Freestone County. What are our goals to bring in revenue and new businesses? We can't depend on raising taxes each year and looking for the residents to carry the entire financial load of the county. Are we exploring and offering tax breaks and other incentives to new businesses? Or are we only focused on what I like to call the powers that be and the ones that seem to monopolize businesses in our community? Are we looking ahead to see what we can do to make sure that each citizen in Freestone County feels safe and secure in living in our county and sending their children to our schools? Are we looking ahead to see what we can do now and in the future to ensure that our children can stay in a community that they have been raised in and make a comfortable living when they become adults instead of having to move to larger areas to provide for themselves? Have we thought through and offered all we can to a younger generation that are lost and looking for something to occupy their time instead of looking to the streets for their futures? Has the county looked into special grants and fundings that allow for our county to have summer youth programs, after-school programs, and things of such nature that would be very beneficial to our rural area? Do we have a proper and fully functioning county emergency management procedure? Have we updated it, revised it, or even had a few trial runs to see if we as a county are fully prepared for a real emergency? Have we taken pride in our county employees and most importantly given them a reason to be proud to work for the county? Have we made sure that as a community we have done everything we can to ensure that our elderly that have given so much to this county over the years are comfortable and can live out the rest of their days knowing that they are cared for and not forgotten? I guess what I'm trying to say are 2 things. As the Bible clearly tells us, where there is no vision, the people perish. I do not want to see Freestone County perish while our neighboring counties are growing and flourishing, all because we lacked vision. We have an opportunity to look ahead and to plan for a bright future, but it will take dedication, strategic planning, a creative action plan, and teamwork. Secondly, I would like to remind our elected officials that is their job, in my opinion, consists of more than just making sure we get through one more budget year, but making sure that we as a county have a united goal, a vision, and a plan. Thank you for the time and allowing me the opportunity to speak on such crucial issues.
Anyone else?
I do. I'd like to address Commissioner Daniels' criticism that I spoke of cutting travel allowances to a reasonable amount for elected officials to save county money while giving one of your staff a 5% raise. Therefore, I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth. My first budget year county was fiscal year 13. Fast forward 6 years, it's now fiscal year 18. My fiscal year 18 projected budget for personnel costs is 6% less than it was 6 years ago. So I wanted to pass this to Commissioner Daniels. There's more. I'm doing more for less money. I've made a list of everything the auditor's office does now that was not done 6 years ago. These are no small achievements. I believe that there's a time. I've got a list that anyone else wants to see. That's this. There's more. By statute, the district judges determine my salary. Either one will confirm I have never asked for a raise. 2 years ago, it was suggested I should be raised up to at least the amount paid to the next lowest paid auditor in the district. I refused that offer, and I recommended a much lesser amount that still leaves me thousands less than the next lowest paid auditor in the district. I came to Freestone County with a sense of wanting to serve the community, not as a means to see how much I could get out of the treasury. By statute, I recommend to the district judges the number of my assistants I require and their salaries. I hired my assistant in at $3,000 less than her predecessor. I have been able to add duties to her position that her predecessor did not perform, and with this 5% increase, she still makes less than her predecessor. Thankfully, I have this ability to recommend her salary, or she would be stuck in the same salary paradox that you have created for the district clerk's employee, whereby each percentage salary raise mathematically widens the money gap between her and other similar positions in the county. In summary, my personnel costs are lower now than they've ever been. I'm doing more for less money, and I have kept my salary very low in relation to my peers and also to that of the elected officials in Freestone County. So in comparison to the budget for Road and Bridge Precinct 3, there's an increase of $17,000, like 17% in personnel costs. So I do not believe that my performance, as far as the costs in my department and how we are performing, warrant those kind of criticisms. There is an annual hearing for the auditor's office salaries. It is August the 21st, so I encourage my detractors, Commissioner Daniels and Judge Archibald.
Oh, I'll be there. I'll be there, no problem.
Thank you.
Anyone else? If not, then we'll go to item number 1, which is to discuss the district courtroom renovation to accommodate jury seating. In order to expand the seating area where the jury seats are, there's going to have to be a considerable amount of renovation to the courtroom because the space that is there will not accommodate a larger seat, and those seats are very small. We also had in previous times talked about opening the courtroom back up for all reasons in order to accommodate more jurors when we have a large panel, and just for the historical value of having it to look as it did when the courthouse was originally built. So I have gone out for some proposals to begin this process. The first proposal is to put in new air conditioning units, which will be 2 5-ton units, and the cost of those is about half of what this proposal is. Those units are about $7,500 a unit for a 5-ton unit. The proposal that I was only able to get one, I did get some other letters saying that contractors would not bid on this, if they were not interested in doing this. So I do have the three proposals that I needed. And The amount is $48,790. This is to remove the wall that is on whichever side that is, the wall that was put up to make the rooms on the side on the third floor. To remove those, to dispose of all of the old air conditioning units, to remove all of the electrical and put it back into the new walls that are on the side, which were the original walls, and dispose of the material that's generated from that phase. The balcony, which has been walled off also, that will be opened back up. And the new units will sit on the top, hopefully be much quieter. I know we do have a problem with the acoustics in that room. But this is just the first phase, then there'll be another to address some of the other areas. Discussion.
So the first thing we're gonna do is what are the steps?
We'll remove the walls.
Okay.
They're gonna first take out those air conditioning units and all that stuff that is above the side that was closed in. They're gonna remove all of that, remove those walls, all the electrical, and install the two new air conditioning units on the top. And once they do that, we can then have the room to widen the jury box, and we already have the bases and everything to put the seats in.
Seats in this big, right here.
So we have the chairs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're sitting.
Oh, yeah.
We may stand. No, we're gonna put some different chairs in there.
But that's not in the bid.
No, not the chairs, not the chairs. Just, the main thing is, the air conditioning units is about half of that. And then to take out all the electrical, widen it back to its original state, and turn the bench around. Right now it's catty corner, turn it around, move some of the other things in there, and so we can accommodate and put in the seats.
That's what you showed me that day. You were there.
We just bought a 5-ton air conditioning unit for senior services, and it was about $75. So this does include the air conditioning units.
To start when? Good.
Hopefully be through by the end of September.
We're gonna have the jury chairs on the same place they are.
Yes, on the same side, because the jury room is on that side. Just gonna have to make that area larger.
Did that include taking out the wall on the west side, too, on the east side, too?
There's only one wall, and I couldn't, it's turned around backwards. Is that on the east
I
side?
think it's on the
East side,
What is
east
that?
side and south end, I think that, but they wanted to leave that room back there where, whatever, the one up the front up there, kind of behind where the judge sits, so that they can go in there.
Have prisoners in
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
Yes, that's not part of it. That wasn't part of the original room.
No.
So it will be opened back up to its original size.
But yes, it is the east side where the
East side.
DA's
That's
office
right.
used to
Used to
be.
be.
Where that now is just empty rooms, basically, is, I believe, the side that we're talking about.
How long will this take? You have any idea? Does anybody know?
Hopefully it'll be through by the end of September.
The whole thing?
That was part of the.
We're talking about the renovation, those chairs, look, all that?
Those chairs are in to do that in September.
I don't see.
I'll make that one.
Who's the bid from?
It is from Taylor Construction. That's it, they're out of Waco. And, you know, they have crews, so they can just come right on
You
in.
check with me.
Yes.
Okay.
What are we gonna do while we're?
Brian has assured me that it will not be a problem.
No trials?
I may be saying that a little stronger than what he said, but it, you know.
We have some ways to get around it. Luckily, we don't have a jury trial set in September due to some conflicts during that month. So if it is done at the end of September, it will be a jury pool issue. We may have to move around with the attorneys and defendants over that time period, but that shouldn't necessarily be a problem that we can't come up with a solution.
I did have an opportunity to visit with the district judges last Friday when I went to the juvenile hearing in Rosebank. And they said, whatever we gotta do. So, you know, when we have a large jury panel that has to come in, they have to go down to the Great Barn because we don't have enough room. I know you've heard all that, so. We have a motion.
A second.
We have a second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? None. Motion carried. Item number 2, budget transfers and amendments.
I had supplied the court with a list of budget transfers for today. There are no contingencies.
The wall, we're working on that too. Next time we get our plaster back, we'll see about getting some of those repaired and stuff. I'd like to actually take it over this shoulder and have the brick showing. I think it looks really good. It's brick on cool.
Once we approve the budget line item transfers.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed? None. Motion carried. Item number 3 is the budget review. Are your plan, your 2 plans? Yes, ma'am. Records management and records archive. There's 2. Yes, sir. There's 2 different. You give you one. You give one, and then here's the other.
These are the special funds that we collect. That is the preservation and archive. There are 2 different ones. These are self-explanatory of what I have proposed, what I would like to do. That has to be approved through Commissioner's Court. And so we collect at this time $10 versus $5 where it was effective 2013 to where 9/1 of 2019 it's going to revert back to $5. This one here, which is going to be considered your records management written plan, it's not Fund 91 if that helps you in any way. This is where I have supplemental $9,600 for employees that do the work for me for the records archive and preservation.
Excuse me, which one is that?
This is Fund 91, records management.
Records management.
Yes, it's confusing, it's very confusing. They're pretty much the same as they've been in the past. I haven't changed anything other than the dates mainly on it. I have added that I have the plats that go through Commissioner's Court. We're not able to make copies of those. In a future proposed company that is going to have included a plat map, printer, plus it'll all be digitized. So I have that in here that I would like to do that and then have those preserved up in a company. So that is added on to this one also, that we will be doing some of those. We preserve the documents. The documents are scanned. We make the copies. There's a whole lot of issues that go on here with the deeds of trust, assignments, affidavits, oil and gas, foreclosures. There's so many in here that it's very hard to really name them all. But our official records consist of any kind of land records, oil and gas, any of those public records, along with probate, criminal, civil, marriage license. So all of these records have to be preserved and all in case something comes up in the future that they're ready to be represented back, recreated, I should say, if there was a disaster of any kind. Another, on the other is Records Archive, which will help you. It's my fund 89. We can take it that every bit of this money is collected through what goes through my office. So
Court
it's,
costs, right?
it is recordings of official records and all. It's mainly the official records recordings.
Recordings, those going records are.
That's correct, and management, records management and archive. There's two different ones that we collect on each case or each document that enters the office. Yes. So if somebody brings 10 oil and gas leases in it, it's on 10 different times. So this money is collected, mandated by the state, that is used to prepare the archive plan here, to be approved, and these are the things that the plan has meant to be from the state. So it's the indexing and imaging. I have 1984 digitized, and I'm currently working on 70 to 79. They're pretty much ready to get on to the public site, plus on my digitized computers. But at this time, it's a little expensive to get the company to go through another company to get them on here. So this was what I had mentioned the other day, that I'm gonna hold off on it just a little longer to get them actually put available, but they are ready to be done when I give the okay, which is what I've been working on this past budget year that y'all had previously approved. My plan was to go back even farther, but money does not provide for that. That will have to come next budget year to go any farther back.
How far back did you say you are right now?
Right now, we're 80 forward, but I have 79 backwards to 70 that are ready to be put on the computer and public site when I give the okay that we're ready to then go public with it. Probate's being put in acid-free folders before they can even be done anything with because they're all folded up. And in order to preserve and not have them tear and go through the scanners to be dangerous to the paperwork, some of them are onion paper. It's very hard to manipulate very, very old records, and we have them back to the 1800s. That's what this program is all meant to be about. And my staff is doing a lot of this work also. So
You review these, do you need to review them? No change that you know of?
Yeah, no changes. I don't have any authority over
yeah.
other than.
I know, but you usually review them to see if they need the expenditures from the funds. We're good.
Yes, ma'am, the auditor and I went with a fine-tooth comb with them. I worked with her very close on every bit of the money that's there, what's available, what it can be used for, and what I can't use it for. So she and I worked very, very close to make sure that I am following what the law has provided.
You said these are basically the same.
They are, it's just the day is changed, that's correct. That's correct.
Why does it revert back?
The state, knew that it was very, very important that we have more money because it costs so much to be done. So they gave the counties a chance for a little bit of an upgrade, and then it's gonna go back down for, yes. So they thought that this timing would give the counties a big help. Now, when the time comes, there is talk within the legislation through our County and District Clerks Association that they have talked about bringing it towards the courts to maybe not quite let it go back yet. But that's a choice, you know, that the higher courts have to make a decision. This is the
Not
county,
us, we just get what they let us get,
the state, yeah,
basically.
yes. The senators and all that are listening to them and all that. And the thing of it is the district and county clerk have this money for those purposes only. And it's very strict how you use it. Is there any questions on any of it? Thank you.
I would. I just wanted to speak on the part-time employees that I have. In the proposed budget, you're giving me $40,000. I would like to propose that, I could be given $44,694 so that I could give 3 of my part-time employees a raise. These employees have been working for the senior center since 2008. That's 9 years without a raise. And I think they deserve a raise, to be acknowledged, and they do a great service for our seniors in Freestone County. It's $4,694 more than what was proposed, and I greatly appreciate it if you would give it to them.
And this is for raises
For Lanita and Juanita, the Wortham and the center managers. And then I have a driver that's, she jumps in and delivers when we need to. I wanted to give her a raise, just a little something to say that we appreciate her.
So they're not part of the 2% raise?
They're part-time.
So they're part-time, so part-time is not part of it. I would say that we should add that to the senior services.
All right, good. Good day. That is in Fund 900, probably page 17. Change that 104 to 45,000. I think the biggest issue that we have is in the sheriff's department to increase or to add for the vehicle expense and how much the original amount I have is $229,000. Did you come back with another figure?
Yes, he's got it down to 200 at this point.
200?
That's still for poor vehicles.
Yes. Nowhere to go but up.
Well, we do have a shortfall on the general fund, and we will be taking some out of contingency, and as I've said before, I think that we should do the 4 vehicles and make it out of contingency. And then get on a routine of maintenance and replacing, however many, have a plan that we're gonna look at,
Okay.
would be good.
Instead of getting to this point, yes.
Instead of getting to this point, have a plan where we can replace some each year so that we'll be, yes, plan. It's just my thought.
Somebody's giving out contingency.
Yes, sir. No, not contingency, fund balance, same thing basically, but fund balance, yes.
So we're taking how much out of that?
It would be close to 400,000 for this one time.
400,000.
Yes, because we are short. Remember I told you with what we had, we were gonna have to take some out of contingency. We're about
We're 200,000 short for other things, but we're only taking out 200,000 for the,
Now we take out both. We had a choice, raise taxes, take the shortfall for the general fund out of fund balance. We voted not to raise taxes, so
Right.
that's all I can see that we can do. I don't see where there's any place else in the general fund that we can reduce 200,000. For the last 3 years, every year, our values have gone down and we've been cutting, and I just don't know where else we have an avenue to cut those.
we're giving the sheriff's department $200,000 like they're asking for the court. Is that correct, or is that?
Well, it's not set, I'm just
I know, but I'm
saying.
saying that's
200 for the cars and 200
to make up the difference.
to make up the difference.
Who took the biggest cut this year? Budget wise, all the departments. Commissioners?
I don't think that we've taken any huge cuts this year, but for the last couple of years, we have really
About 4 or 5.
trimmed everything back every time, as far as the general fund also. Unless, of course, the biggest thing is salaries. We voted for a 2% increase, which is, we've not done any big salary increases either.
I think that's important for the employees.
And, we've talked about those, you can look through and see if you can find anything, but in most of our offices, the salary and related expenses are the majority of the budget.
Judge, this doesn't affect our courthouse money, renovation money.
No.
That money's still gonna be.
Well, we haven't talked about putting that in yet. That will be the last discussion.
I'm talking that money.
That was already in.
I thought it was already there.
Well, now, we have some for just courthouse.
I'm talking about the renovation. Didn't we have an air meeting?
We did, but it's not in this
It's
budget.
not in this budget.
But what we had done before, we had put, and we budgeted it like that, 500 out of fund balance and 500 for courthouse renovation. But we haven't ever spent that money, so that money is still in fund balance. So we can discuss putting it in there for that limited reason. But we do need some, because we're gonna have some more stuff to do at the end of the year. Let's see if I know I told you this story, but my little granddaughter, Corey Livingston, you all know her? When she was a little younger, when she'd ask you a question, she'd say, yes or no, like, make a decision. So I think we're to that yes or no point. We said, we voted to not raise taxes. We've either got to take it out of fund balance and buy the cars and do this other, or we've got to say we're not going to. I don't know what else to say. I don't see where we can cut it, Michael. I really don't, unless we cut salaries. And we, trying to minimize some of that. I mean, you can look at most of the people's budgets, and there's just not that much in our budgets unless we're talking about salaries. Mine's the first one, so I can really easily look at it. Other than salary related, let's see. Other than salary related telephone, which is 1,900, not counting that, I've probably got $2,500 in my budget. So you can, and the other departments are the same way. We
I think that over the last few years, we've cut back just about to the bare minimum that we can actually operate. I know I'm speaking for my office for sure.
We could all cut $500 out of our budgets, but we have to have supplies. We have to operate, and that's not going to be enough. That's not a drop in the bucket for where we are.
And the thing about it is, you can look at a budget all day long, and with what you guys want to approve and give, but then towards the end of the year, if you're like us, we might as well just sit in the auditor's office because we're just constantly trying to find money to keep going forward the last few months.
Okay, I'll tell you that.
So Sheriff, next year, we're not gonna be asking for vehicles.
I sure hope not. I'm
sure
telling you,
hope-
I mean,
I sure hope not to.
I can't sit here and say no, or
Mhm.
that I can't, because
Mhm.
I don't know what next year holds for vehicles, but I can assure you that that's not a plan. Yeah.
Have y'all already decided on what kind of vehicles y'all are buying? I mean, if we give it to you,
The Tahoes,
and the reason for the Tahoes,
the maintenance has been outstanding for us on those Tahoes. They're lasting.
And what was the price difference? Did you ever get a price difference between the car, when you look at the car coming in the Tahoe, did you ever get a price on the cars?
No, I never looked at that. I know the closest one is the Ford Explorer, and with those vehicles, over the last couple of years, they've had recalls on them. We've looked at something comparable because that deputy's out in the middle of nowhere, so basically he needs that office in that vehicle to operate from. So that's the most efficient vehicle for us to have that deputy with the supplies he or she needs out there. But also, like the sheriff said, on the maintenance history on them, they have been the most efficient vehicle as far as very minimal maintenance to maintain them on the road.
And I'll tell you, Wade, when he worked there, he'll probably tell you, I was the biggest skeptic of those Tahoes there was. I was completely against it, and they have proved me wrong.
I can speak that throughout my history with the sheriff's office, we had far less problems with the Tahoe than we did any of the Fords that we had. As far as repairs, routine maintenance, and so forth, it's just overall, it's less expensive over a 4-year period for the Tahoes versus Fords.
Makes sense. That's better bang for your buck.
Sure, we're gonna need the Tahoe at the rate we're going, so you can get down some of these roads. Tap bottom out, find another way to come.
That's another thing that with the Tahoes, they do handle the rougher roads and going through the pastures, so forth that they have to do. The cars just don't work when you're going through a pasture trying to track somebody down. You're gonna knock an oil pan or something out from the car because they sit so low.
Start a fire.
Or start a fire, catalytic converter.
Are you sure you can get 4 Tahoes for $200,000?
Yeah, he's been talking to them. That's what we've gotten it down to so far.
That's what they're.
That's Rick got rid of number.
That's what the equipment too, isn't it?
That's the whole
That's
nine
the
yards.
equipment out.
Yes. Because when we went back and checked, what they were doing before was they were purchasing the vehicles, and then they were purchasing the radio, and then they were purchasing the lights, and then they were paying a whole different place to put it all in. Well, that was more expensive than doing it the way we're doing it, where we've gotten, we've made contact with the dealership, and they got 4 different people buying for our business. So what does that do? Runs that money cost back down to where it's more affordable. That's why we're getting 4 vehicles for what they pretty much pay for 3.
You'll have a radio faster probably too.
Yes, and they'll be road ready. We've waited, what, 4 to 6 months?
Before we can get on a plan, looking at the mileage, looking at, then when we can build it into the budget and it not be a big issue.
Like one car a year.
These 4 vehicles, they're gonna be for patrol,
For patrol.
so they will be out patrolling.
They'll be on the road. I don't have anybody sitting in the office no more, Clyde, if you hadn't noticed.
I'm still looking.
Yeah.
The other thing about it is, y'all have several cars that are not running, currently not running, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What do y'all gonna do with those, I mean, Andy?
Well, that's one of the things that we need to decide what we want to do as the county. What do we want to do with these vehicles in order for, I wanted to keep them drive them up in there, but I don't.
Are they running?
Some do and some don't. I got a list of them right here.
Well, could you make it on 2 cars instead of 4?
I'm gonna tell you, I need 6 is what I need. I have, even the vehicles that are running don't have cameras. They don't have, they're over 160,000, pushing 180,000 miles. Got 2 2006 Crown Victorias that when the budget was turned in, those vehicles were running and being used for transport. They're both done. Transmission's out, fans are out, those 2. But one was 176,000 miles, one was 221,000 miles, almost 222. Those are out. Larry Jones is driving that vehicle right there. because we have no cage and no camera in it, and he's not on patrol. He's available if we need him, and so therefore that's why we have him that vehicle. But we can't use it on the road. It's got 160,000 miles, it's 2006. The 2006 F-350 that Chief drives, unless somebody else is in it, because we don't have enough vehicles, he drives his own. It's very costly on patrol, it has no camera, it has no cage. 2007 Crown Vic is, we actually have it on patrol right now, it does not have camera in it. So we're having to make sure that somebody else is available to be around when he's handling his business. It's got 187,000 miles. So if it goes like the rest of these, it's not got much life left. 2009 Crown Vic, it's got no camera, no siren, and it's got 164,000. So those vehicles, 2 of these vehicles are not running at all.
Trading what we said.
Is much. And I think the ones that are running, we need to go and drive them in there while we still can. I mean, you're gonna get more bang for your buck if we're able to drive it in than it's sitting there broke down. Oh, and these are the,
I think probably we need to put those on an agenda item to abandon, is that correct?
we have 7 of those.
We sell them. We sell them.
Yes.
Well, abandon and then sell them, or just sell, however you want to write it, as dispose, there's one.
No, I got it in my office.
Well, my question was, could you make it up too?
No. I think I'm pushing it with 4. Because I'm, in my opinion, I'm gonna lose more cars if I don't get 4. If I don't get the ones we're using right now that probably are about to see their last days, then I'm gonna be in the same boat all next year.
You plan on trading these 5 in?
That's what.
The ones that are
yes.
running?
However we want to decide the best way, yes. In my opinion, trading these right here, these 4 in right here, would be the best option we'd have because they're still running, but they ain't that great. And it's
Why did we buy a F-350 to start with?
I wasn't here.
Okay.
Well, it's a story, I can tell you, but it wouldn't make any difference right now.
Would we not get more if we sold those cars, if we sold them, put them on like whatever? Auction thing?
Well, the holes, I don't know about the
I'll
holes.
tell you later.
I mean,
Yeah.
because you
I don't know
got,
about getting these.
yeah, the 7 cars out there and then shells. However y'all want to handle it, I'll do whatever you think is best. I think we'll get, well, I think the F-350 will probably bring you the most money to trade in. If we traded that in on the vehicles, but that's not saying a lot.
But 3 vehicles would be a blessing, though, wouldn't
3 vehicles would be a blessing.
4 would be necessary.
And a nice bicycle.
4 is
it? Well,
necessary.
I was thinking, if the roads keep up in the shape they are, we're gonna have to purchase some horses.
Now, to do horseshoes.
Yeah. I support it. What are our plans for, try to make sure that we're not here next year doing the same thing?
As far as what?
No,
You talking about sheriff's
Full
office?
budget,
us as
just in
district.
general.
What is our plan? What do we need to do to try to bring in more revenue so that we're not here? That's one. What about the second? Are we working with Main Street to try to help bring in businesses, some type of businesses, something that would bring a tax base into our county? Because you can only raise taxes so far, and then you run out of that. That'd be unfortunate, though. But I think if we start trying to work with someone to try to bring some business, something
Ask somebody to donate.
to help increase revenue.
How many rich people?
And then he also has an organization that looks, tries to bring in things there. And in the past, if they were able to locate someone that wanted to come to this area, then we certainly have been open to do tax incentives to get them here. We don't have our own county committee that does that action. We rely on those to try to bring these things.
Always acting with those people in there the way that maybe one of us can sit on a board or something. I think that's just going to be very important for the future of Fairfield, other than raising taxes, that we're going to have to try to reach out and try to bring in some type of confidence into the city. We see that the power plant, hopefully the power plant will take a turn under the new administration with the county easing on the restriction. Maybe that might bring us some more revenue, because that plant was given, what, a 30-year. And so we have to look past the plant and realize oil and gas have kind of dropped. So we have to find something sort of like Palestine, Buffalo, in Carson County, even here, where they're bringing in different businesses. And I think we just sit in a really great spot to try to bring us some businesses to help us out and move the burden on the taxpayers. So, Judge, what was your recommendation that we did? What would you suggest?
The cars.
How to pay for it. How to pay for it.
Out of fund balance.
Initial goal.
Judge.
Yes, sir.
I have one question, and I haven't heard it discussed on the cars for the sheriff's department. Does the county go out for competitive bidding for these cars? Or do you
Yes.
go to one? Okay, I haven't heard that.
Can't find my face.
There are, you can either go out for competitive bids, just advertising for those. There are buy boards that are organized, that they go out for bids on vehicles, and then, like our agency can go to those buy boards and buy through them after they bid.
I haven't heard that mentioned, and that's why I asked.
When's the last time y'all got any going? Year before last?
2015.
2 years ago?
2015.
2015. That was for the, was that for that?
In
year?
2015, we were approved to buy 3 vehicles, 2 Tahoes and a Dodge truck. And then those were purchased after the first year. So we got them in 2016.
So they were basically a year, 2
Yeah, they're almost 2 years old,
years ago.
because they come out early. However that works.
Other discussion?
And the money from the used cars, we can take that off of 200,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It wouldn't be 200,000, we're talking about less money that we have to trade in.
You have no clue what they're gonna give you though for training.
No,
Probably more.
correct. What the 200,000 is purchased from the dealer, get it outfitted. Haven't included anything as far as trade-ins or anything like that.
You mean when the money comes back from the vehicles, it goes right back into the general
Well, I
fund?
mean, if we got a trade-in, what we gonna get that money back for? I mean, it could be less than 200,000.
It could be.
Yes.
When you trade it in, then they just charge you the net difference, and that's all we'll pay out is
Right.
the net difference.
If it doesn't come to 2,000,
Right.
200,000,
Sell
we
them
won't.
outright, we're gonna trade them in, and
However-
then that's all that will be approved out of here is the net difference for the car.
I'll make a motion to buy the 4 cars, take money out of fund balance. Or whatever.
That's,
Motion. Whatever.
there you go. Charge fund, yeah.
I don't see where we have a choice.
It's kind of like maybe the guy has the guy. You know, we can't penalize somebody for not being able to do their job. And so if you gotta have those to do your job, that's what you're telling us. No, nothing else I can do but believe what you're telling me.
Yep.
So what we're voting on is the overall budget, everything on the budget is what we're
No,
voting
sir, we won't do that until Wednesday. We'll
Okay.
go Wednesday on that.
Okay, because I want to try to talk to you guys about that $60,000.
I think we should talk about that next. Yes.
Okay.
Try to get everything resolved today if we can. Did we have a second?
I'm a second.
All right, all in favor, aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Judge Brown, just one little detail on that. We have $400,000 in CDs that will mature in November. If we have those cars bought right after the first of the budget year, we're going to have to do the CD early and take a penalty. So I just wanted to ask, are we going to, I mean, y'all hold off until those CDs mature or not?
When, what?
Cash flow wise.
What day, when are you talking, as far as time frame?
November is when those CDs mature, and we have that money available. Otherwise, we have to early mature it, we'll lose some principal.
Well, that'll only be 200 for the cars because the other part won't affect the CD.
Judge, a lot of counties do that on their big ticket items. They have departments wait till January when we start getting tax revenue. Because we have no tax revenue between now and then. And so we're going to reserves. And that would be what she's saying. As soon as when we have maturity, it's November. If we cash it in early, we're losing the interest on November. How much would we buy it for?
It's two different dates, one's like the 10th and another one's the 20th.
I'm sure we can wait till next.
Y'all do what y'all want to. No, it's approved.
I've never done it.
Are those paid off POs?
Say again?
The vehicles, will be paid off of the PO?
Well, what she's talking about is,
So, we can go ahead and purchase.
those CDs are not the general fund. So as far as, we have the money, it's just not in the bank account.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I think that's
I gotta keep my options open.
We're talking about semantics here, right? Those are semantical issues. But I'd like to say
So, there's a time frame between the time you go and anywhere.
keep it moving, KIM.
Sometimes it may be a month before they come in. I mean, you don't know. So,
Depends on what they're going to buy.
That's just.
and everybody orders at the
Oh, yeah.
same, everybody orders at the same time, because everybody's budget's at the same time, so everybody orders the vehicles at the same time.
Okay, where are we? That'll be.
Well, I think they're a little confused on that just kind of threw a kink in it whenever that was approved, and then something was brought up about the CD, so now I think they're having discussions and then kind of got lost in the translation there, I think is.
They can vote. They can vote.
You being able to buy them, we'll have to look at where you are and then try to work that out, see how much we would lose, and then we can make a decision on that. All right, next.
We'll come back later and talk about purchase.
Yeah, look at how much it would cost to cash that in, and then we can see how we can work the scheduling out as far as it goes.
There's a time frame from the time you buy them, everybody's budget is the same time all over the state of Texas. So it takes some time to even get them in the first place, and by that time,
And then
we
they'll
don't have
send
to
the
turn in
bill.
a PO, yeah.
We'll say the check is in the mail.
So,
We didn't say which
I don't
way.
think it's gonna be an issue.
All right, Mike.
What I was asking, I know we're really crunched for money, guys. But we've been looking over and looking from the legal point. In fact, if I know that about the letters where the company, oilfield company sent where we released the roads to them and gave them release the bonds on those roads, and they gave us $60,000 to repair those roads, which have not been repaired. And I was telling you about how bad financially shaped. I'm sure if all of you look at it, you'll see that you have a whole lot more money that you're going to be able to carry over to next year compared to ours. And I think that we have done a very, very good job, even though we do have more employees than probably the commissioner before, but then we also have a whole lot more work done than the commissioner did before. So it takes employees to make sure that we get the work done. So we do have more employees, so quite naturally that went up. But what I'm asking for, not the $160,000 that we was initially asking for, I'm asking at least for $60,000 of it back so that we can bring those roads up. The school is asking us to bring them up. We just don't have the fund to do that in those areas. We really don't have the fund, and I think we have really done well with the amount of money that we had this year. Some thought that we would spend it out. Some thought that we would be broke by now, and we're not. I think we have a little bit over $100,000 left, so we have done very well with the little money that we had this year. But we do need some assistance. I have a bridge that is about washed out. Wednesday, I'll bring you some pictures of it that we're trying to repair that were left there for us. We have about 7 roads that are in the Butler area that are in disarray. School buses are having issues with those, and we do need some help in that. Now, we could have spent all the money we had, and then we would have fell right into the plans of everyone that they would be able to say, I told you you could not manage money. So we certainly have to manage our money. We certainly have worked hard to answer all the people complaints. So what I'm asking today is to at least give us $60,000 of our money back. We have given everyone their money back. We want to make sure that everyone had what they need to be able to be successful. At this point, we have not asked for anything. We just worked with what we had. Our auditor said that we had to wait till budget time or we set up different than the rest of the people. So we're asking you for at least $60,000 back of that money so that we can take care of the citizens in Precinct 3. And I'm sure the voters in Precinct 3 would appreciate your assistance. And I know our people in our precinct will most definitely tell you that they can tell a difference in Precinct 3. I guarantee you that they can tell a difference. And so I'm asking for your help this morning, at least $60,000. That was overspent. I don't understand this. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't understand why red flag did not go up in the beginning. But how could we spend $117,000 on White Rock or on hauling $117,000 when the other commissioners only spent $2,500? That's a red flag right there. $117,000 is what was spent on hauling. And I have not found $117,000 worth of White Rock yet. I just don't understand how we can spend that much money and these other guys together didn't even spend $10,000. That's amazing to me that we spent that much money in one area. In one area, and not one person come before the court and said, I think this is a problem, a major problem. I noticed that all the other commissioners have only spent $2,500. Mr. Inman has spent $117,000 of Precinct 3 money on White Rock. That's an issue. And so we're asking you to give us $60,000. I would do it if you was in my position. I would recommend to the rest of the commissioners that we need to help that precinct out. So we're asking you to do that. Thank you so much.
Is that something we're going to discuss today? We have to make a decision by Wednesday.
That would be 20 out of each budget.
Yeah, what, ain't gonna be 20 out of my budget.
No, I'm just asking to take it out of contingency. I'm asking to take it, I wouldn't want to take it from, you guys. You guys already have a tight enough budget as it is. I wouldn't want to take it from you. I don't think that's fair that you be working, you're already working short. You know, I'm just saying, you're already working short. We already know all our money didn't come in this year so far, so we're working short and then taking every dime that we have to try to keep these roads up and stuff. And so I would never ask each one of the commissioners to give $20,000 out of there. I don't think that would be fair. But I'm asking you to get it from the same place. We're gonna get that $200,000 from for the sheriff's department.
Do we know how much didn't come in this year? Does anybody know?
Oh, I don't have a current breakdown. We'll have that for you Wednesday.
Wait a minute.
Also, we'll have your carryover amounts ready. Actually, we'll probably try to get that today, so we'll get those numbers. Wednesday, we'll talk about precinct 3. Anything else?
Is there any decisions on my special funds for today?
You want to put those on separate? I mean, we're going to be approving the actual budgets themselves. Check and see if you need that on separately.
Thank you.
And then so we'll get it on the next.
Thank you.
If not, we'll just approve it all within that. So,
We did a commission.
we're not.
When we heard anything about our outside audit, we heard anything from our outside auditors, so we had an audit before the end of this year, did we know?
Well, back in the same spot we were last year, I am their outside auditor, I'm doing the audit.
Really?
She's making the corrections from the figures that the auditor had sent.
But we're still paying the outside auditor.
Yes.
Somewhere right there.
But we are looking at something
Look at money issues.
different.
That's some things somebody
We're
do.
looking at something different for this year.
That was a 3-year deal. We're in the second year.
I have to go look, it was a multi-year, deal, I can't remember, this is the second year, I think it is.
You know what?
He has. And we're going to go back for bids for this year's audit. Yes. But they finished the last year's, and we're just tweaking the
They're not doing a job, why we not paying?
We have not, I haven't, they've sent the invoices and I refused.
We can't hire somebody else?
Well, they're basically through with the audit. They have sent her the adjusting entries, and she has questions about the adjusting entries. Am I correct?
Yeah, their fund balances are all out of whack.
So
We just gave $200,000 out of one. Didn't we get about 200, about 200 more?
No, he's willing to.
I know, but we might have the first one, okay. That's all that's all for. I just,
well, I don't know where else we might get.
no, I'm talking about the audit, man, I mean,
Oh, the audit.
yeah.
They have finished their field work, and we're just now working with trying to be sure where we are on the figures that they have. She's comparing them to hers.
Did they do an audit last year?
Of last year, yes, sir, that's the one we're talking
What
about.
about the year before? Were they the same bunch that did the one year before?
Yes, but that was done and finished, we accepted that one. I don't remember when, but a while back, we accepted that one.
Maybe some wasn't here.
We not, did we accept that one? I don't remember when it was, but it was.
Yes, didn't you have to make their adjusting?
Yes, she had to make corrections on that, and they finally worked that out. So once she can get with them and get that worked out, then this last year's audit will be complete. We're going out for bids on this year. It's ending in a month and a half. So,
They do send all their records to me and say, here, Mom, will fix it.
did I send my stuff to you?
They send their
Who
audit work
wanted to-
papers, all their files, their electronic files to me and say, here, it's
Sanderson and some other things.
I have hundreds of lines of code that I have to do.
Part of it too is that they sold
Like from Huntsville, that area, Sugarland.
Sugar Land, I've had once before. But they sold during that too, the two original ones that did the first audit on one of those.
I don't want to change
Any other discussion? I don't have good answer for the plan, I really don't. You said that we are going out for bids or we're on for the next.
Whenever we get my, whenever we get our carry over, then we can.
We're gonna get that today and get that done.
Claude, are you asking, the question that you were asking, maybe I'm not clarified on it. Were you trying to ask if we have an outside audit to come in and they give their recommendations or their findings, and then our auditor fixes what they found, or, I mean, are you asking how that works? Or do we not go by what the outside audit finds? Are you trying, I mean, like how, we do an outside audit and then the auditor fixes what they found, does that defeat the purpose of an outside audit? Is that what you're asking?
My question was, why is our outside audit not complete?
Okay.
And why do we not have the findings from them? I mean, that's my question.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen audits with, and we had problems in the past, one time before, you know, we had state little lawsuits or whatever.
We did.
And then we got that corrected, and now we got these problems. If we pay a large amount, or what I think is a pretty large amount of money to have an audit, and then we don't have one. And so who knows what money we got? You know, we're giving money away for next year, we don't know if we got it this year.
Right.
The problem is, you figure $16,000 is being a lot. The CPA firm, that's chump change. So, there's a firm that I love out of Waco,
Got my earring.
that I approached. I wanted them to bid on this job. And they told me, I said, we tried to get you bid last time and you didn't even respond to us. And they said, well, it's probably because of the amount of money, we just can't make any money on it.
Every audit has adjusting entries at the end of the year. Since I've been here, there's always been adjusting entries.
Theoretically, when you get your audit back from a accounting firm, they give you the adjusting entries, and you make those entries in your book match with what the audit firm has, the statement that they have given you. But this is not the case. The figures that they have given are not balanced and is made. So it's not that they're saying y'all have done something wrong, there's something wrong with your books, it's just what they've given is not matching.
Right.
So, and it should be, we shouldn't have to do that, and that's been the complaint. We should not have to work with them to see why they're not matching.
What's the statute on doing audits? In their statute says we have to have an audit every year, or every 2 years, or?
Every two, I think, but I have to look that up. Is that?
You have to
I
look
don't know
at
if there's
it.
somewhere back in my mind, I remember every 2 years. But it's good to have one every year too. So, and that's why we want a different audit.